Alright gang, welcome back to our Skyefin Aquafarm series here in Kinlaig. It is May, and today we need to get some more soybeans in, and specifically our big large field over there. We're going to go ahead and get the soybeans in there, and then our fields are all going to be pretty much set until it's time to harvest them. We probably should spend a little bit of money on some fish food potentially as well. Right now everything's okay, but they're running a little low. Our fish food factory is out of soybeans, so it's not producing anything else for us right now, so we probably should at least top some of those off. We do want to continue to make some money, right, as we move along, so yeah, we probably should at least consider doing that, if nothing else. How's everyone doing today? Hope you're all doing well. Things are good, man. Things are good. We're doing well. New series came out. Oh, I did not want to put that on a worker. Let me go ahead and start this back up, get it all set. Nope, get it off a worker, please. Thank you. Get it all set here so we can go into the GPS, but anyway, things are good, man, so hopefully everything's going well for everyone else. We are back in the groove here. This is going to be a traditional Sunday release for this for the foreseeable future, until we complete it, really. We don't have that many episodes left, though, honestly. It's probably even less than what I'm saying, right? So we're getting the soybeans in now. The soybeans are going to be in November, I think, right? Yeah, at least this harvest will be ready in November. So it looks like, let's see, counting today, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 episodes left, counting today. So not too many. I am going to attempt to try to release at least one more episode of this out a week. It might just be you get a bonus episode. You know, for the time being, my goal, as long as I can, you know, make it work, is to have this come out on Sunday mornings, and then continue to have the Can You Survive 25 series come out Sunday night or early evening, whatever you want to call it. That's still my intention, but if I can get another one of these episodes out, you know, somewhere in the middle of the week, I will do that. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do 9 episodes a week. Right now, I'm trying to get, you know, 8, counting this one, right, going a week. So I'm not sure I'll be able to get 9 done in a week, but if I have the time to do it, I will certainly do so. And we can kind of try to finish off the series that way. But if not, we'll just continue to run it on Sundays, and it'll be done somewhere in mid to late May, I guess, at that point, right? So not a big deal, but, you know, if I'm able to do so and I have some time, I will certainly try to get more out in a week for you, so you've got more stuff to watch if you're interested in it. So the soybeans are going in here. We've limed this field a couple of times now, so this should really be a very, very good, you know, drilling here. Now, we're not going to get a whole lot of color change as far as the nitrogen goes here, because soybeans, as all of you have told me, they don't really require that much fertilizer. So there's not going to be a huge change there when it comes to, you know, the color disbursement, if you will, of the soybeans. But looking at the pH value, you can clearly tell our pH value is in a really, really good spot. It's a dark green, almost a blue-green. It could be a blue-green in a lot of places. There are some places where it's more of a yellowish green. But if you look at this one, really any of these, I guess, in comparison to like these over here, there's clearly a massive difference there. So we got good pH value on it. Hopefully that will help us get a better yield out of the soybeans here when it comes time to harvest them. Now, this is a series I've talked about in the past, where, you know, we're not going to be selling everything outright for this series. We're going to kind of sell the farm, as if you will, in the situation that it's in. So everything's going to kind of come with it. The exception to that is going to be my case tractor. That is obviously one that I own. It's a little bit, you know, closer to me if we want to continue the Z story from the original story, which was loosely based on real life events in my life. The previous series before this one for Z, if you haven't watched that, you know, I was given that case one. So just to kind of continue that base of that story, I'm going to go in the front that I get to keep the case. So that's how we're going to do it. We'll sell the John Deere with the farm, though, the one we're utilizing right now, along with pretty much everything else. There might be 1 or 2 other things we decide to keep. We will see as we move along. But, yeah, we're going to kind of... It'll be a little bit of a break. There'll be a little bit of a hiatus when this series is over before Z begins his next adventure. It was not my initial intention, but the Crestu series, that the challenge that he came out with, the island preservation, or as I'm liking to call it, the extreme island survival that we're doing, kind of pushed the series for Z out a little bit further. So it'll be coming soon, but it's going to be pushed out a ways a little bit. You know, since we've got quite a few series going right now, and since we've got that new series from Crustu, and now the brand new, just as of the other day, Triple Threat Challenge Season 2 that came out. So we're going to push it back a little bit. I think it makes sense, though, but, you know, I'm not going to spoil anything specifically, but I can tell you that we will be going, in essence, back home. That's about all I'm going to give you for the time being. You'll know more soon enough, but I'm gonna leave it at that. So yeah, hopefully you're doing well, man. Things are good, all that good stuff. Next month, I believe it'll be time for us to sell all of the storage that we have of the adult trout, which is going to be great. Right now, we just have the adult salmon kind of auto-selling from our offshore Aquafarm, agriculture, whatever, you know, I always say it wrong. Whatever it's actually called on there. The offshore farm. The offshore fish farm. It's all on auto-selling. It is finally starting to chew through some of the fish food that we had in there. So soon enough, it will be at a point where it no longer can accept we shouldn't send any more fish over there, I guess is how I should say it. You know, given the fact that there's not enough fish food in there for it to be continue to produce. As a matter of fact, I can kind of show you that really quick right now while we're doing this. So if we look at the offshore aquaculture, you can see there's 17,000 liters of young salmon. There's only 7,417 liters of fish food in there, though. So what we probably need to start considering doing is maybe turning it... Actually, I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to put... We don't have the young salmon on. I think I'm going to put them on storing. We're just going to leave the young trout, I think, for the time being, and I'm going to have to transfer them myself. I just don't want any more trout coming over here. And I think I'm going to... I'm not sure... I probably could do the math here, but I'm not going to do it while I'm recording. But I think I'm just going to turn the trout on to selling. I'm going to turn them on and turn them on to selling. I'm not going to use the fish food for them. I'm going to keep the fish food specifically for that young salmon. I'm not sure if there's enough fish food in there to cover the young salmon, or if there's enough salmon to even cover the fish food. But we'll figure that out as we move along. And yeah, kind of go from there. So we'll put that trout back on storing, which means when they start to spawn again, we are going to have to manually transport those again. Not a big deal. We could certainly do that. Won't be a big deal at all for us, if as a matter of fact. So we'll take care of that, though. When the time comes. It'll more than likely be next episode, like I said, right? I think next episode, I think there will be something ready to harvest, I think. Give me a second here. Let me get reset here, and we can look. I might be incorrect in that statement, but I think there will be. Alright, we'll just let it do its thing there, go straight, that's fine. What's in the used market for us? Anything? Nope, nothing. But I think something will be ready next month. Maybe not. Maybe not. I thought Field 13 here was going to be ready, but I don't think it will. It might need a few more months. So, well, I mean, we could look in here and really be able to figure it out, right? Canola is going to be July, yeah, so we're going to have to wait till July before we probably get anything. Wheat and barley will be coming up, though, too. But I think our wheat field... I think it's a wheat field. Yeah, it has to be a wheat field, right? So our wheat field is not going to be ready until July either, at the earliest. It might even be August. So... we got a little ways to go before those are going to be ready anyway, so that's why I'm kind of saying maybe we don't move more fish food around today. Maybe we save that for the next month episode. Hell, maybe we don't even do next month. Maybe we just skip next month altogether, especially given the fact that, well, there's not going to be much for us to do besides doing the fish food stuff, right? I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to think about that, I guess, off camera and figure out where we're going to go with that next, but... Alright, we're going, are we doing 3 headland passes here? Is that what we're doing? Did it have 3 headland passes on it? I guess it did. Okay, we'll do another headland pass. I didn't know there was 3 headland passes. Alright, we'll do a 3rd headland pass. That's fine. Now, I've been sick, gang. This is the best I've felt in days. Nothing major. It's not like life or death kind of sickness. It's just more of a, you know, a sinus infection or a cold of some sort. I don't know what it was, but basically I couldn't breathe out of my nose at all. I had to breathe out of my mouth. My mouth was really dry, so, you know, obviously talking was not really the best thing for me to do. So those of you that are members already know this, but if you're not, I give early access to all of my videos to my members. That's one of the perks they get. And so I haven't had as many out there from the watch early as I normally would like to have. I normally like to try to keep it, I've said this many times in the past, 4 or 5, whether they're edited or not, 4 or 5 recordings done ahead of time. That's my happy spots where I like to be at, just based off of, what I've talked about many times in the past with work. Work gets busy and things happen and emergency issues, etc., right? I'm kind of always on call for work, so I have to kind of anticipate that. So I try to have that done, but right now it's not the case. I think I only have like 2 or 3, so I'm a little behind. So we're trying to get back caught up there. Yeah, it took me out, man. I don't normally sleep a whole lot. I normally am up till 12:31 every day, and then I get up at 7-ish for work. Which is enough. That's enough sleep for most people, right? But some people need like 8, 9, 10 hours. I know that. But I've never been that way. I just don't normally need that much sleep. If I go multiple days in a row without sleep, then yes, I do. But when I am sick, though, I do. The one day when it was really killing me, I think I was in bed by like 9:45, 10 o'clock, which it only ever happens when I'm sick. I never, ever go to bed that early. So it hit me. Whatever it was, it got me. I don't know what it was, but... Also, last week for work, I worked almost 70 hours last week. It was brutal. So it could have been that too, right? It could have been the fact that I was working so many hours that my body was just exhausted, mentally exhausted, tired, etc. It happens sometimes though, right? I'm not specifically, it sucks. So I guess I am complaining about it to an extent, but I'm not really complaining about it to get anybody to feel bad for me. That's not the intention. It's just... So the way life works sometimes, right? You can't really do anything about it. It sucks. We all have to work for a living, unfortunately, and my job is pretty stressful sometimes. So, and I'm always on call. So whenever there's an emergency issue like that, that's kind of what happens, right? I'm kind of stuck. Nothing I can really do. Man, I filled up the soybeans and the fertilizer here before we started doing the drilling here. And, we're already 54% gone with the soybeans. So, we are using up a lot of those. I think we're going to have to make another trip to the buying point there. Which is interesting. I wasn't actually anticipating or expecting that. You never know, we might not. The headland passes, there's a lot, we're utilizing a lot in those headland passes, so maybe not, but I would suspect we're probably going to have to go back and do a little splash and dash for some seeds here. It's bittersweet, though, that we're coming to an end on this map. I'm sure we will be back on this map at some point in the future. I've said it many times, this is by far my favorite map that Giants has ever created. So it's bittersweet to be ending it, but... it was still a good time, though, right? And like I said, we'll probably be back. We'll probably do another series on this map at some point in the near future. I know we will. It's not even probably. I know we will. I know we will. Probably some kind of a challenge series specifically, I would assume, versus just a kind of a very, 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 very loosely based story. Or just a generic playthrough, right? We'll probably find some kind of a challenge to do on this map. I'm not quite sure what. I have to think of something. I've got a lot of ideas written down. I've talked about that many times, but I don't really know if any of the ones that I've wrote down would work out on this map or not. They probably will. They probably would, rather. So are you guys playing any good games at all right now? Maybe not Farming Simulator related. Maybe all you do is play Farming Simulator, and that's fine. I've talked about it in the past, and a bit of a shameless plug, but I do have a second channel that's not Farming Simulator related. I don't release a video every single day on that channel. It's every other day or every 2 or 3 days, something like that. I try to release a video there. I just unfortunately don't have enough time to do every day there and every day here. So, but I do play other games besides just Farming Simulator. just finished High on Life 2, which I thought was a pretty fun game. Wasn't as good as the first one, in my opinion, but it was still fun. Enjoyed that. Just finished that. Still playing through Red Dead Redemption on there as well, which I've had for a long, long time, but I never actually finished the game. I think I only got about 25 or 30% through the story, and kind of started over. It's a long, long series that we're doing there. 45 minutes or so an episode, something like that, an hour, similar to what we do here, really. But I'm really enjoying that. So we got a long, long way to go on that one, though. We'll probably have 100 episodes in that series before we're done with there. Because I'm just, it's been out for so long, I'm not, I'm just taking my time, just going through, I'm doing side quests, I'm doing whatever I decide I want to do, whatever I feel like doing, we're doing it. So, having a lot of fun, though, on that series. It's a good one. Also, recently just purchased Ark Raiders. It's pretty fun. It's like a looter-shooter type of game, but it's open-ish world with a little bit of PvP in it as well, so you can find and come across random encounters with other online players, and they can kill you, or you can kill them and steal their loot. Most of the time, I would say 99% of the time that I've played it, it's been extremely friendly. Nobody's really tried to kill me, but there has been one time where somebody killed me and one time where I killed somebody, but I literally just got the game a handful of days ago or so. Actually, I bought it when I was sick so I could do something. I just was playing that. Obviously, didn't really want to talk because, well, I couldn't breathe and I was nasally and couldn't go for very long without having to, blow my nose or something like that. So I was like, I'm just going to find something that I can sit and veg and play. And yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm not sure if I'll turn it into a series on my other channel or not, but probably won't, honestly. But it's fun, man. If you haven't played it, it's pretty fun. I'm not sure what the longevity of that type of game is, though, for me. Once I've completed all the main, quests and stuff, I'm not sure if there's really anything I would do after that. I'm not sure if I would continue to play it. I don't know, but it's fun. Right now, at least early on, it's fun. It's on sale right. I'm on Xbox. I've talked about that. So if you're on Xbox, it's on sale right now for like $30, I think. I think it's normally like 60 or 70 bucks, something like that. So pretty good deal. We got a little ways left to go here, but we're doing all right. We got 35% left in the soybeans, or the seeds for the soybeans, excuse me, in the actual planter here. I don't see a way that we don't have to fill up, but we got a lot to do. Let's get it all done. I'm gonna head up here to the little smaller section up here first, and then we'll head back down here after that. But shouldn't take too long. Let's get it done. Okay, that's all done. That's really the main thing we need to accomplish today. We've got, let's see, what do we got here? The fish food's fine for the lakes for the time being. This is going to run out of fish food. It is. It's going to run out. Well, actually, maybe not. We only have the trout going. We turned off the salmon. I forgot about that. So maybe not. It might be okay. It might be okay. So we've got 147,798 to our name. It's about to hit 10 o'clock. We should make a little bit more money at 10 o'clock, but it's not going to be anything crazy. Are there any fields that we want to potentially think about purchasing? This field ended up being a cotton field. That's too bad. We didn't have anywhere near the amount of money we needed anyway, but that's okay. That's too expensive. Too expensive. That is close. It's got nothing in it. We could potentially think about that one. Here, 11 might work. Barley. Yeah, this might work. How much is this? 201. Yeah, we're not there. Maybe next month we could buy it, but we're not there. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be anything even, remotely close to us that would make sense to purchase right now. We have to go up the hill, and I'm not against going up the hill, but it's just really far away. We could buy this one. It's got canola in it. We could buy this one. It's already got a canola in it. It's got a relatively, what's the growth state? Very close to being done. I would argue it's closer than these two are. Maybe we should consider purchasing this. Let me see. It's a decent sized field. We have to come in from this angle. It's a decent sized field. Would mean we have to drive all the way up here with the harvester. It's a pretty far away for the harvester, but it could be done. It can be done. That's probably the closest way. The only other way would be going... that's the railroad. Here. Yeah, it's going to be faster the other way, because we're going to go all the way down here, and then we got to go and wrap all the way up the big massive hill again. So yeah, it'd be faster to go the other way. It's not a bad idea. Are there any contracts for us to do that would make sense, that would, provide us a little bit of money that maybe we could utilize right now? So we could do the cotton field, which is right next to us. It's a large field, but we could do it. Because we have... we don't need the John Deere. I'll turn it off. By the way, I sprayed this down before we started the episode. I don't think I mentioned that. There's not really, in my opinion, enough herbicide in there to really make it justified. We could do the small field here, though. We could definitely do this field. That's a smaller field. This makes sense. I think we're going to do this one. Let's accept that contract. Let's do that. We can use the case for this. Yeah, I think this will be a nice little extra couple $1,000. There we go. We hit 10 o'clock. We're at 150 now. Still not quite enough for what we really need. I mean, we can buy that canola field, but I think we might want to wait and buy it next month. We'll probably be selling some of the fish and stuff too. So if we're going to purchase it, and I'm not 100% against it, I think it might be a decent idea. We can do that next month, and obviously we're going to sell all the fish and stuff too. Maybe we buy that barley field as well, right? Maybe we get a few more of these fields leading up to it. Then maybe we actually do an episode in what it, in essence, is June, because we buy those fields, right? So 7. We haven't ever been on field 7 this series. This is all the way down there near the little T-junction with the roundabout. The little mini weird roundabout. Could have went the other way. The other way might have been faster. I don't know. Maybe not. But yeah, we haven't really been on this field yet. It looks like it's a very small field. It looks like it's probably the size, maybe slightly bigger than the field that we made in our yard area, right? And we kind of took away part of field 16 for it. That's what it looks like to me. It's a similar size to that, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal by any means at all. Don't have a ton of herbicide in here. I am hoping this is enough. I hope I don't need to go and get more. If I do, then it really probably isn't going to be worth it. Really, my goal here is I'm hoping that I I can use most of the herbicide up here and actually complete the contract, and then we can sell this because we don't really need this anymore. We bought it one time. Well, maybe I shouldn't say that. If we buy more fields, we end up we might need it, right? We might need it if we end up buying more fields, because those fields may not be in the best shape, right? So we might need it then. I don't know. How do I get in here? How do I get into this field? I definitely should have went the other way. Okay, it's over there. I see it. Definitely should have went the other way. I don't even have my beacons on. What am I doing? Put your beacons on, Z. What are you doing, buddy? I like that fence, though. I like that wood fence right there. That's really nice looking. So we're going to go into here. Just kind of taking over and driving all over the roads here. I'm not... This gate's open, which is weird. I've never been over here, so why is the gate open? Yeah, I would say this is a very similar size. It's slightly bigger, but a very similar size to the one we have in the yard area. It's definitely a little bit bigger. But really, this shouldn't take us too long to do at all, given the size. Even of this small, tiny spreader, it really shouldn't take us that long. I'm just, like I said, I'm praying and I'm hoping that we have enough herbicide here and I don't need to buy more, because that will be a disaster if I do. I want to turn on the steering assist, and then I want to go back into here, and I want to do... Is there no way for me to do it? There might not be any way for me to do it. Turn on additional tank. It does not look like there's a way. I thought there might be a way for me to kind of... well, in essence, really, I thought there'd be a way for me to turn off... how much you're spraying, right? To turn it down to a small amount, but I don't think there is. And since we don't actually own any of the information for this field, it's not going to show us anything either. Alright, let's hope that this is enough. And hopefully we don't need any more. Shouldn't be long. Let's get it done. Alright, that is all done. We can go ahead and turn this in. It's a nice little $2,000 payday for us. We'll take it. Puts us at 152,217 in a much better spot in case we do decide to buy that field in the next episode, or another one. Does not matter. Or maybe both. Who knows? We'll see what kind of money we get between now and then, and selling all the fish. But we'll leave the episode at this point. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you smash the like, subscribe button in the case you've yet to do so. They are free. They help me out an absolute ton. It's the easiest way to help me out. I really do appreciate each and every single one of you. Thanks to my members. Cannot thank them enough. There's a link down below if you want early access to videos like this one, including all the most recent new stuff that I'm just coming out with. The competitive one-tile challenge, which is very popular. Been around for a while. The Triple Threat Challenge Season 2 that just came out. Like I said, check that out. And, of course, the Island Preservation Challenge from my friend Crestu. Check all that stuff out if you need to. There is a Discord down below and my second channel down below if you need any of those links, rather. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. I'll see you next time.